Good morning. You're welcome to this first episode of the introduction to this assessment application. My name is Wada Ibrahim. I'm going to be taking you through this application to get you used to how you can use it, either as an administrator or as a cataloger. The first thing you need to know is that this application is a web-based application. This implies that you need to use a web browser to be able to access the application. There are many types of web browsers. Some of them that are very popular in the recent times are Microsoft Edge, which is a new version of the Microsoft Internet Explorer. Another next popular one is Mozilla Firefox, and we also have Google Chrome. Let me show you that these are the three of them at this my task bar here. But for the purpose of this training, I'm going to click on my Google Chrome. Here is address bar, and I'm going to use the fully qualified domain name or the localhost or the IP address of the application to be able to access the application from the server. So just give me some few seconds as I take you through the reaching of the application. Just be patient with me. The spelling might be wrong. It's supposed to be Z upload. And you are welcome. This is the cataloger competency assessment software that I am talking about. This application has two phases. It has the user's end and it has the administrator's end. What I mean by user's end is that the catalogers that are expected to be assessed with the help of this application are the ones that are going to be using the user's end. Then there is administrator's end, where the librarian or the head of the cataloger or an assessor or an individual who is given the responsibility to look, monitor, and be able to provide an assessment to assess the catalogers. And as you can see at instance here, you can see admin here, the librarian. Here is where the administrator needs to log in. And by the time I click on this cataloger, then at this interface, this is where the cataloger needs to log in. Forget about the user, the email that you are seeing here. It is my browser that captured my login credentials into my email and then put them here. The first thing that you need to know here is to be able to register as a new person if you do not have an account yet. And that simply means that you need to click on this link. If you click on this link, as I'm going to click now, you see I'm taken to this environment. And let me just quickly remove my username and my password so that you can see very well. Here you are expected to provide your full name as a cataloger as a staff. Then the next column, you are expected to provide your staff ID, and then you put the password that you should not forget, and then you repeat the same password. Make sure that the kind of password you are going to be putting should be more than 6 letters, and you should be able to remember them. Okay, so that whenever after you have registered, you will be able to log in and log out and then log in again as you wish. The first thing I need to do now is let me take myself back home, and then as an administrator, I already have an account, and my username and my password is what I'm typing in now. I'm going to click on sign in. Oh, sorry, let me quickly sign out again. I want to sign as administrator. That's what I intend to do, not as a cataloger. So I put my username and I put my password. I'm going to sign in, and here I have signed in. Within this environment, administrator has several rules to play, and you can see at the left corner of the window here, you are seeing series of modules, series of menus. The number one here is the admin, which is the HOD or the head of the department or the head of the unit that is expected, or an individual who is expected to manage the application as well as provide other functions that we are going to be talking about much later in this episode. By default, the manage catalog garage admin is open here by default, and that is if you click here. Now let me click on the cataloger. The cataloger menu provides you with all the registered catalogers who are supposed to take tests, or all the staff of the organization that are expected to be assessed. This is the environment where their profiles are managed, and there are just three basic things that the administrator can do here. The first thing that he can do is to register a cataloger. Do not forget that the application also provides an individual cataloger to register himself or herself in a case where the administrator does not have chance to do so, or is bundled with other responsibilities. However, in case the head of the cataloger or the assessor wishes to create account for the staff himself or herself, this is where you need to type the name of the cataloger. You type the full name here. For example, I can say this is Abdul Rahman James. Maybe this is the name of the cataloger, and here I'm going to type the staff ID. Maybe I can say it's staff 001, and here I'm going to put the password that the staff will use to log in into the application. And that is how all these people you have seen here were being registered. The account is being created for them. You may also wish to edit by clicking on this edit here. If you click on this one, you will automatically delete the user or the cataloger. For example, if I click on delete now, automatically the person's account is deleted, and the person will not be able, the cataloger will not be able to log in again. So if I click on edit, it automatically populates these columns with the name of the cataloger, and I can change or replace any of these items here. This is the full name of the person, the cataloger. This is the user ID. It doesn't matter whether it is letters or it is numbers or a combination of the two, and it will also save, and then I can click on save. That is all about this cataloger menu on the left corner that I just clicked. Let me click on the competency here. This is a module that gives the administrator the chance or the opportunity to create modules. Let me give you an example. It is like creating a subject under which there will be series of questions, questions and answers. Take for example, you have a course that you are teaching. Let's assume we are teaching classification in the library, or you want to assess catalogers whether they can classify information resources, maybe any type of information resources, be it printed, monologue or serial, whatever you name them. And then what you need to do is to identify the topics that you are going to be asking series of questions under. And here is where you can type the topic. So now the subject or the topic, as the name may imply, you type it and then you come to this second column here, and then you describe the subject, so that whenever you come next time, you should be able to know what the subject is all about. As you can see to the right of this page, You see computer here, and here is the description of the computer, and this is the date that it was created. You can also edit or you can delete. The same thing applies to here. For example, behavioral competency is a subject or is a topic under which there will be series of questions and then options of answers that the person that will be assessed will have access to, and then the judgment will be based on the answers that the cataloger will be providing. And here is the description of it. Now let me quickly click on this edit, and you see, if I click on edit, and you see that this portion is being populated, and then here is the description of this topic. This is just for testing purpose. The spelling may not be correct now, or the description that's been given here may not be appropriate, but this is just for testing purposes. And I can click on submit and see that it's already submitted. So you can keep on creating topics, or you can keep on creating submodules where test upon which the test will be carried out. Now if you go to assessment test, here is where you come and treat each topic or subject that you have created under this competency. I'm going to take you through with one example. Let me say here, I'm going to type here something called automation. Let's assume that automation is the topic or the module that I want to ask catalogers questions about, and here I can come under here and say here this is the technique and processes of automating some services in the library, and I can click submit. You find out that it has added what I just typed in these columns to the other ones that are already available here. You can see here. Okay, so by the time I click on assessment, and maybe I want to create questions for the subtopic or topics called automation, I can click on it. You can see under it no question is available here. You can see competency type, the questions, the score, and the answers. Nothing is yet added or provided here. So what I simply need to do is to go to new questions. This is where I'm going to be adding questions and then provide options for the questions, so that the person who is going to participate in the test can select the best option that match his opinion. Okay, let me click on this, and this place is created. First of all, I need to select automation, and then here I'm going to type the question. I can simply say, what do you understand with about the word automation? Maybe this is the question I'm going to ask him, and I'm going to click on save here, and you can see that another window opens up. The questions that I just typed is here, the module or the topic is here, and you can see where I'm going to assign a score, that whenever the person pick an answer, the right answer, the value that I'm going to be typing here will be allocated or given to the person. If the person select wrong answer, nothing will be given to the person. But before then, let me create a series of options, like 3 options that the individual person that will participate will now have access to. Let's assume that maybe I can say automation. Automation is transformation of activities. So I can now click on go. It has put it as the first option. I can say automation is an act of changing roles, and I click go. It has added the second option, and the number one, I say automation is conversion of, let's assume, is the conversion of services, non-activity, activities into a faster one. Whatever I type it, and now, the three options are available. Now I may now decide that maybe the number 1 here is the right answer, and I'm coming here to assign 2, that whoever is able to pick this, then this 2, the value of 2 here will be allocated as the right answer. So now I'll come here and click on save, and after that I need to close completely this, and then maybe I may want to add another question again. I have to select automation and come here and say maybe I may say that automation, I can say importance of automation in cataloging processes, and then I click on save. Now I'm going to provide series of options now. As I say, reduces time spent in cataloging, say increases pain in cataloging, and I can say multiply joys, multiply happiness in cataloging. Okay, there are 3 options here, and they may be likely, maybe this is likely also to be the right answer, and I will come here to the value to remove everything. I put 2 here, and I click on save. At this junction, a module, under this module called competency, some subjects have been created, and then we have added questions to the subject, and then to the questions too we have also added options for selection. And at this junction I would like to stop and wait till next time to create another episode that will take you to how we can go further to seeing that the subject we created, the questions we've added to the subjects, and the options we've added to the questions are now populated in the application as a question that will be ready to be available for assessment. And that is what we are going to do. Thank you for listening, and God bless you. And don't hesitate to wait for me, and God bless you for being with us.